Hey YouTube, what's up? It's CurlyQ here. Welcome back to another speed build in our ABC theme build challenge. If you guys missed the last week's video, we're going to be doing a build challenge series where we're going to build our way through the alphabet. This is slightly different than the other ABC challenge that is out there on the internet. This one is just a theme design, so you're going to go based on the letters of the alphabet and build that whatever that theme is. So last week we did A for Animal Crossing house. This week we are doing B for old-fashioned bakery. So that is what we are attempting to build here, is an old-fashioned kind of European style sort of bakery. At least that's how it will look on the outside, and then inside it's a little bit more modern, but still with a couple of nods to kind of that old world style. So here we are, just creating the shell, placing the roofing, trying to get that all taken care of here as we move into getting some wallpaper in. I actually went with brick for this build. It kind of felt a little bit more rustic, which is what I was going for on this particular project. So a little less, moving away from the modern a bit and moving a little bit more into like a rustic and kind of more of an old school vibe, I guess you could say. So we're getting our windows. We end up using, for the exterior, we end up using quite a bit of things from Get Together, which was the second expansion pack for The Sims, because a lot of the items that came in Get Together kind of had this European vibe that I was going for. So all these front windows are from Get Together. The door is base game. The wallpaper, I believe, is from the City Living, but that's it for as far as like DLCs or packs on the exterior. I think we pretty much stick to those. Yeah, here we are putting the coloring on the roof, getting the trim in there, all that kind of good stuff. Okay, moving on to some outside decoration. Wanted to put a little bit of greenery on the windows with some florals, but I didn't want the top and the bottom to match, so we did one style on the bottom, and then we end up settling on these ones here on the top, also from Get Together again. So the bottom ones are base game. The ones on top are from Get Together. The hanging plant also is from Get Together as well. Here we're kind of playing with awnings a bit, seeing kind of what works. We end up going with this one again from the Get Together pack, just to kind of, dress it up a little bit, kind of take away any kind of modern feeling that might have come about, because we were definitely not about that, at least for this build. Here we're putting down some pavement. Since this is a community lot, I wanted to have a bit of stone paving in the front, kind of like you would see coming from the street and walk up and it would be paved. So we ended up getting rid of these columns. I was thinking about using them and then it just didn't really work. But we're getting ready to move on to some lighting. Again, from last week, I always put set the camera to nighttime and then start adding in the lights so I can kind of see how it's going to look once once nighttime comes around in my game. And just kind of looking for some stuff that we can use to decorate the front a little bit. We get a couple of sandwich boards or signs here. You would maybe see that, it's something that you would probably typically see in front of a business that sells food food of any kind. Now this lot actually is classified so in the game it'll actually be classified as a cafe. There wasn't really a designation for a bakery, so we do actually set the front of it as a cafe, or that's how it's coded in the game. So once we move inside, the inside's a little bit more cafe-like, but there is going to be a kitchen in the back for the sim to be able to go in and make all of the baked goods. Putting down a couple of trees as well. Just kind of decorating the front up a little bit. All right. So we're going to start with the interior here. This was a little bit less of a challenge for me than I kind of normally have had in the past. So the larger square in the back, that's going to be for the kitchen. And then the two other squares on the left-hand side are going to be for the bathrooms. Now again, because this was it had to be designated in the game as a cafe, we are forced to use the cafe items, so I'm kind of just grabbing those, placing them down, seeing kind of how I want them to maybe go. And what we're gonna do here in a second is we're gonna grab some countertops. I actually did manage to find some matching counters, and was able to kind of extend that counter down toward the wall there. So putting in the doors, getting some paint on the wall. Now I wanted to differentiate the spaces a little bit. I wanted to I wanted to use white brick for the wall that's behind the sales area versus more of this darker brick that's on the side wall, and even this darker brown paint that we use in like the seating areas, because I wanted to differentiate the spaces a little bit without having to section them off into rooms. So the white brick, that's going to be where people are going to, you're going to walk up to the counter, you're going to order your coffee or your bagel and, get what you want there. Where the darker brick is, that is going to be a kind of like a musician's area, because this is kind of like a bakery and cafe. I thought it kind of be fun to have a musician set up there, so that way if your sim plays guitar, for example, and sings, they could come down and maybe busk for a little bit and maybe make a bit of side cash. So I thought that would be kind of something fun to do. Here we are setting the counter. I did manage to find the matching countertops to the cafe stand. And I think we're just looking for the bakery signs. In Get Together, there is, so this right here is the base game version of the sign I was looking for. It's just kind of like a billboard that will, show what the, what's for sale. And then I manage here with the darker wood, find the one from Get Together. So I just kind of put them both there. Because a lot of places have more than one if you go and look for those. And now we're just kind of trying to come up with like a loungy seated area over here. Just to have kind of more of like a homey place for the Sims to maybe read a book or drink their coffee or enjoy their cupcake or whatever it might be. We do kind of more of a cushy seated area, and then in the corner here we do a bistro table and a couple of chairs, so just to kind of differentiate the spaces again a little bit. Now in this corner we're going to be setting up the musician space. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab the performer, the stage, the little side stage there, and I just kind of place it down for a moment. Now I did end up actually, excuse me, also placing a guitar and the microphone. I think we ended up getting rid of the guitar because it was kind of unnecessary, but we left the microphone just, you know, for aesthetics, because I'm sure it would look nicer if it looked like they were actually singing into the microphone rather than just, you know, not. So we're gonna just kind of change it up a little bit, change the color of the rug. We're gonna grab some of these tables, place a couple of more tables down on this side as well. All right, and then between the bathroom doors, we're gonna just place another small couch, again, just to kind of have some a comfy, cozy place for the Sims to kind of sit and hang out, relax a little bit. And moving on into the bathrooms, we're just doing the bathroom stalls from Discovery University. Yeah, we're gonna extend the bathrooms back by one. Sorry guys, it's been a long day for me. If you guys don't know, I actually work a full-time job, as well as you guys know, if you've been watching 100 Baby Challenge, I stream on the weekends, and the reason I can only stream on the weekends is because I do work full-time. So yeah, between streaming and work and, you know, recording and editing YouTube videos, it's quite a lot to handle. So I apologize if you guys ever hear me yawn. It's definitely not my intention, but just kind of a side effect of having a busy schedule. But you know what, I wouldn't have it any other way, that's for sure. All right, so we're just making, basically what I wanted here was like the baker's ultimate dream kitchen. So we put in a ton of counter space here, the cupcake factory, and just, you know, high-end appliances, stove, refrigerator, sink, and dishwasher. And I think that's all we do in here. Going back into the main area, we're just gonna kind of decorate it up a little bit more, just put some stuff on the wall, some art, and then we also end up using some wall decor as well. So I'm just kind of going through everything, seeing what I want before settling on this tapestry here. Perfect. Okay. Moving to the other side now. Again, that piece I thought kind of gave us a nod to the old world. You know, that rustic, old-fashioned bakery life. Since we do have some stuff in here that's a little bit more modern. And what I'm going to do now is just place some stage lights in here. So I grabbed these two things. I end up deleting this disc light because look how awesome that looks right now. Look how awesome that is. If you're performing, that is like the lighting you want when you're performing on stage. So I thought that was pretty heckin' awesome. We're just going to place some mats down here on the floor. Now, one thing I'm going to say is I did leave the upstairs, the second floor, as a shell. So if you wanted to do kind of like a rags to riches or have your sim live on the property while they're running the business, the upstairs is basically meant for that. So it is completely a shell. There's nothing up there. That's how it's been uploaded to the gallery. So feel free to do with it as you will. We do have a couple of screenshots here for you guys. So there is the front of the bakery. There is the interior as well, so you get some inside shots here. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like. Remember to subscribe and comment down below if you have any ideas for future ABC build challenges. This is on the gallery now, so go download it. Hashtag ABC theme or origin ID CurlyQSimmer. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.